Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Everyday Conversations. I'm your host, Martina Kennedy.
I'm your boy, Mr. J in the place.
It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys.
Hump
Roll
day,
Tide.
hump
Roll
day.
Tide. We got to
Roll
start
Tide.
off with that, because it's only right, that we put that part in there.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
we was doubted and it was a lot of chatter going on.
Oh man,
But
listen,
it
man,
was quiet, it was quiet at the end.
man, yeah. So listen, right? So I haven't been in that stadium
Mm-hmm.
um since they put them lights in there. And
Mm-hmm.
man, when I say the when it go black and
Yeah,
them lights just hit the
they hit.
field, and man, that
It's an
experience
experience.
alone, man, was just out this world, man. Like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I'm hey man, hey,
we did. We did it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was a little, in the beginning of the season, kind of, we got some young guys on the team now, but hey, they showed out.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Hollywood, baby, Mr. Ryan Williams, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
Jalen Milrose, you feel him? Like the whole team, really, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it was more of, you know, digging in deep, you know what I'm saying? Because to pull it out, and don't get me wrong, it was a lot of controversy behind it,
yeah, it was.
because everybody was looking at the fact of Bama came out and just jumped all on top of Georgia, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
30 to what, 7 or something like that first
they
half.
came out on 20. It came out 28-0,
Right.
and it stayed there. It stayed
Right.
there for a minute. So I
Right.
was like, whoa.
Right. And so um when things kind of come back out second half, and then I was surprised because, for the last, I'm gonna say 6 years, I'm gonna say the last 6 years, Bama
Mm,
has been known as a second half team.
yeah, and
But for
we've said it ourselves. Yeah, yeah.
right. So for Bama to come out the way that they did
With a
second
win,
half, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But the
something to
second
prove.
half though, like I get that. It was something to prove, but for the second half over the gameplay, like I really didn't see, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and me being in the stands, listening to the other fans of just them really saying, you know, what it was, what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
man, listen, we gonna get to a game though, for
Oh
sure,
yeah.
man. We
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get
I
to a
gotta catch
game.
one. I gotta catch one this year. I hadn't been
Yeah,
to one probably about 2 years.
yeah, we gonna catch a home game, man. But
Definitely.
that controversial game itself and the stuff that I was hearing in the stands about Alabama football second half play, oh man, hey, yeah,
But I will say, I saw what it said 1.3 million views
yeah,
for that game.
yeah.
That alone was big.
Hmm. That was
That was
huge.
that was huge.
That was huge, man. That was really huge. So but again, what you gonna go and play it one time? Or you gonna go?
I gotta play this before we get started with the topic. So
Co-
we gonna just get right into this right
Come
here.
on with it. Come on with it. Gonna give a piss. Gonna give a piss about nothing but the time, baby.
Yeah.
Nothing but the time. I don't give a piss about nothing but the time.
Hey, when I saw that, I was weak. Like he's so crazy, but it was just fitting for. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just fitting
Mm-hmm.
for this moment. Like when we played Georgia, it was just fitting for that moment.
Even Savannah liked that Auburn. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Cause her mama just like Auburn. I was like, your mama don't even know nothing about no football. She just go against anything that I do. So even my baby called me and said, Dad, you're gonna have to baptize me in the tide. I was like, good.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
Lord, Lord.
I know.
She's trying to come on over to the other side.
I ain't even mad at her. I ain't mad at
Okay.
her. I ain't mad at her. So yeah, man.
But yeah, kudos to Alabama on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but on another note, so today's topic, You got me with this one. Today we're gonna be talking about open marriages and relationships, and why has it been normalized? Why do people love it so much? I mean, I need to know. Like, I don't really know.
Let me swing that hat
Yeah,
round.
I need you to put that hat where it need to be, because you need to put me on to something that you might know that I don't know, because and I know we see a lot of things in no judgment zone, but we see a lot of things going on that people do and that they're okay with. That's their life. So it's not ours to pass judgment on that. So yeah, so we're gonna just dive right on into it. We talking about open marriages and relationships and why people love it so much. So what do you think is, I don't know, like, what do you think the reason behind that would be? Why would people want to go that route?
Well, for starters, here in the United States, I think things are becoming, how can you put it? At first things like that was so taboo, right?
Yeah.
So now, as you say, it's so normalized with polygamy, and coming up, we really couldn't. I mean, me personally, being in the South, you know what I'm saying, and it took each. Me coming from the South, I've never been the one to really, as we say, share your significant other with anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So, but now at this day and age, you know what I'm saying, there's so much. It's welcome. You got the young women that call themselves unicorns. You know what I'm saying? Where they really making themselves available for you and your spouse, or you know what I'm saying, things like that. Yeah, that's So when you hear it,
it's so much new stuff out here. It's 2024.
Right.
I guess you wouldn't be surprised of pretty much anything now. So
right, and again, some from me speaking with females that have been in open relationships and open marriages. You know what I'm saying? Some feel as if it keeps the spice within their situation, marriage, relationship, whatever you want to call it, right? And some feel just if that, hey, I love my significant other, but I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, just committed and tied down like that. I want to be free, but I want them to know that, you know what I'm saying? So in other words, to me, it's almost kind of like a way of saying I can have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So my thing is, why would someone want to be in a marriage or relationship and they feel like that? Why not just be single? And you can have as many as people, that you would like, if the ones that would go along with certain things. And it's like, why bring other people into that situation just because of, to me, it's kind of like selfishness. Because you are trying to I don't know, like, I don't know, you're just trying to, like you said, have your cake and eat it too. That's the only words I can come up with. But why do that?
Sometimes, sometimes it don't be that right off the bat. You have to look at, and then don't get me wrong, you do have some people out there that's more than willing to participate or to accept those type of things, right? So, but let's take a marriage let's take a couple that's been together 20, 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they've done, more things that way. You know, I've even talked with some women that have, you know, did the swapping thing. You know what I'm saying? They,
Wow. There was
yeah.
it was a show on. I remember a show being on TV some years back, and it was called Wife Swap or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
Mm-hmm.
too much on the sexual part, but like
Mm-hmm.
just being in the household with that with
Mm-hmm.
that husband or whatever. So yeah.
And then see, even with that right there, see that's to get the ratings up. See all that scripted. That's scripted right there. We
Right.
we
Yeah.
we we talking like real
Real
life
life.
reality
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
situation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
so even with that, right? Some just, people grow apart over time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
That's
then it comes down to when you really have to look at the situation as of, hey, we accumulated so much together. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, we've been in this 25, 30 years, and then too, um, sometimes a conversation get had, and then don't get me wrong, nobody is blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, us men can know when our woman is being turned on by another man, and just the same as a woman can look at their man and he see a woman and she, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
but I think it comes down to what you're willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? To keep what you have, or to just continue to be with that person. Now, on the downside of that, though, it's too much going on out here.
Shit.
It's too much going on out here. You see
Put
what
the
I'm
words
saying?
out my mouth because I'm like,
It's too
hey,
much going on out here.
to
Stick,
each his
stick.
own. But
Yeah.
yeah, I because I'm thinking like, okay, so you in a marriage or relationship and an open marriage or relationship.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like navigate through the difficult conversations with your new partner? Like, how do you? So is whatever goes, or you having some say so in what
It,
this
it,
person doing, like you with
mm-hmm.
me outside of your husband or your wife, and that's it. Like you don't get to be with a new partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Well,
I'm trying to understand.
um, you know, yeah, a conversation got to get had and before it even pop off like that. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? You have to, you gotta sit your person down and make that
Come
conversation
to
with them in
an
order for,
agreement.
yeah, it got to be agreed upon. Cause get what, the one thing about it, I ain't just walking up in the crib and you already in the bed. You feel laid up. You know what I'm saying? Getting back shots, like that ain't what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even rocking with that like that. You know?
Okay. So I wonder, like, how do they handle like the jealousy and the insecurities in the relationship? So like you got that, you got like it's just it's just a lot. I mean, some of the stuff kind of being and when you say open, it's just like, okay, well, I'm about to go be with such and such for the night. I'll be back in the morning. Like, okay. So
Now
is
here's
that,
the
is that how they like
thing.
help me understand?
That's why I say it's all about what you're willing to accept. You see what I'm saying? Now here's the thing. So that's a fine line between, you know, let's talk about a pimp and his bottom beat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She gonna go out there and go get that bread and run it back home. What's the difference in somebody knowing that just like that just like um what T-Pain say, I fell in love with a stripper. Get what? You don't know what really going
That's crazy. Like,
on.
so
Right. but
So
you got
okay,
to
go ahead.
you got to you got to be okay and comfortable enough with the situation. You know what I'm saying? And to that's just like um one of the little video vixens. You know what I'm saying? She was
Mm-hmm.
talking about, but get what? She had a whole boyfriend, and get
Yep,
what? She was telling him how, hey, if Lil Wayne called, babe, I'm gone. I might be gone for the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
and get what? And go right back home and kiss
like
your
ain't that
dude.
like
Yeah, kiss your dude in the mouth and all this and all that. Like
cutting
you
up,
feel?
cutting
But
up.
but guess what? You willing to accept that for the money?
You know, people do so much. Like we talked about before, like money can make people do some strange things for a little change. Like,
I'm trying to see what that be like. I ain't never had nothing like that. I ain't never,
nah,
no,
nah.
I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking, man.
So I'm just thinking like about long term. Like, is this just like temporary? This long term go like long term relationships, or this just a flame, a fling, or whatever you want to
Mm,
call it.
mm.
In that moment, and then it's like, okay, this ain't what I want to do. Like this not working for me.
Well, you know, sometimes I'm gonna say it like this: when you love a person, you know what I'm saying, and you want to be with that person, you gonna accept some things to show that person that, hey, you see what I'm saying. But then when it started getting out of hand, you see what I'm
Mhm.
saying, and then when it gets to the point to where now, because you got to understand, you got swinger groups out here, you got
I
all
heard
type
that.
of
I've
right.
heard that.
You see what I'm saying? So you got all
And
type
I was
of
like, what? Here in Birmingham?
yeah, you got all type of walk. Hey,
Yeah,
them part of the. Hey, I mean, I'm just
not
saying.
not
So,
not
and
to get it,
it, it,
but
hey, listen. At the end of the day, right?
yeah,
You have to. Is all about what you're willing to accept. Now, sometimes in certain situations, it works for those people. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you're dealing with somebody, you and your mate have never been in that type of situation before,
right. Mhm.
and sometimes that spark get lit again, and now you got your fire back. It
Mhm.
may bring your fire back within, and then you have to look at some women. Some women have they enjoy themselves looking at their men please other women. Some men enjoy themselves looking at their woman getting pleased by another man. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? After the situation over with, they gonna go home together, and
Like
then
ain't
you know what
that
I'm saying?
him?
Like ain't nothing happen. So you and you do have the ones that you got them the ones that gonna crash out here. They gonna just do whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you got those, but you do have some sensible, responsible people out there. Cause to be honest with you, if you think about let's look at you got a lot of people in the porn industry. They
Mm.
got significant others, husband, wives, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but guess what? They got to get tested. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's sensible situations like that. But
Right.
just to be in an open, just to say, hey, well, and then how
Oh,
would
the
you how would
headache.
you
Man.
really
It just
look at
seems
it?
like it just
Yeah.
seems like it's a headache. It's a lot. It's a task. It's just too much to try to even keep up with. And they're just me thinking like they're just too much. They're just too
Well,
much. But to
it,
each
it
his own. I ain't knocking
yeah.
nobody. Do what they do.
That's why I say some couples it have worked for them
Right.
for years. You know what I'm saying? Some couple it have worked for them for years, man. Um, I was just watching the remake of the Fresh Prince show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the auntie and the uncle went through something similar like that with their,
Talking about
with
Bella.
yeah,
Okay.
I ain't know we can say it, I ain't know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so even on that show, you know what I'm saying? She was telling him how that younger dude looked at her and how it made her feel and they went to go hang out with their friends, and come to find out their friends had been in the open marriage for the last 4 years, and
Oh
guess what?
Lord.
They wind up, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
being coupled off with separate people, and then, but guess what? It like you say, to each his own. When they realize, hey, look, they ain't even for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it brought that fire and that spark back for the both of them, though. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like going to the edge and you gonna jump, but
Yeah.
then you realize, like, no, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've heard things, and again, like I say, it's 2024, so nothing really is off the table. Um,
Shit.
I didn't heard some crazy stuff just this year alone, and it's like, whoa, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Um, I wonder, like, how do they feel about people knowing, and if they're, getting any backlash and criticism for, being that way, or, if they, and that's only if it's put out there that is, this is what we do. I
Yeah.
wonder how
So
do they accept that.
I mean, you got to think about it though. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, to the fact that you have people, like I said, when it comes to, certain parties, and people doing certain things, like, you got to get invited to those places. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And it's almost like you may see a prominent public figure. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hey, yeah. So, it, okay, same way with what's going on with Mr. Take That, right?
yeah,
All those cameras and film things like that, all those people that have been in compromising positions, but guess what? They was there for that reason, though. You know
and
what I'm
and
saying?
and then, just like I told somebody earlier today, and they keep using the term freak off for this situation. I don't even think that is that part that part don't bother me, because I mean, okay, whatever. People like what they like.
Right.
But it came to the point where when people were getting drugged and being held, against their will,
And when it
and
went on, when it
stuff
go on
like
for
that. That's
days, when it
why
go on for
that's what I'm
days, yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah,
I
I
care
get
less
that.
about, they it seemed like they putting emphasis on it being a freak off. But I'm just like, okay, I mean, everybody do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man,
if,
listen,
if, if this is what they into, then this is just what they into. I,
I'm
I,
gonna
I
say
don't
this.
care about that part.
It's no different from, well, it's a lot different, right? But let's take it back. Let's take it back to Freaknik.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take it back to Freaknik. I'm with my cousin. Shout out to Big Chris, me, Dink. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, I'm eighth grade, ninth grade in
Uh-huh.
ATL. You see what I'm
Yep.
talking about? You feel me? Like,
I knew
so,
about it.
right, that part. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, this things like that, to where, and get what, we were going hard all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Just going hard all weekend. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And they want to call it a freak off, but
Yeah.
shit, it was called a Freaknik. You
Yeah.
got folks coming. You got folks coming from DC all over the country just to come to ATL and freak off. You feel me?
I mean, that's their thing. That's their thing.
That's their thing,
That's
But
just how I look at it. But when you go to you know, using that against people in the wrong way, then that's where the problem lands. Like like I said, drugging people and putting stuff in their drinks and all, spiking the
hmm
drinks and all that, to
hmm
get people in a way that so that you can take, fully control of them, then that
hmm
ain't cool. That
yeah,
ain't cool.
cause there's rape is serious. You know what I'm
Basically,
saying?
yeah. That,
Rape is serious, and
and
but
no
like you
means
said,
no. No
right,
means no.
right. Well, hey, yeah,
Please.
yeah, you know,
No means no.
Stop. Don't do
Period.
that.
Point
But
blank.
stop. Look.
Like you said, if the,
Stop. Don't do that. But she really helping me.
that ain't how they be doing.
Yeah.
You
You know what
stupid.
I'm saying? But I'm
You
just
stupid.
saying, right? So, but at the end, but when it comes to being in a marriage or a relationship with that person, then so here's where it goes left when it gets out of hand or you want that person to stop.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, sometimes things that be within you that makes you not want to um how can I put it? That makes you not want to give up the excitement because it's
Mhm.
exciting for some people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's exciting for some people, and you know, some women and some men will go along with what they spouse want to do to keep their spouse happy. But
Mm.
whether they want to do it, you know what I'm saying? You
Or
know,
they out there doing it themselves, and it
right,
really don't
right.
matter. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
this what you
Mm-hmm.
doing. Okay, just make sure you don't bring nothing home, or I don't know, but
So that goes along to, certain people willing to accept certain things because
yeah.
if that person got you living a certain way, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, and your status is a certain
Mhm.
level or certain tier, you know what I'm saying? You have, it's like, well, I ain't willing to give all this up and go back to the bottom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, things like that, so I think it's more of them just really just trying to figure out, you know, am I will do I really want to accept this to keep them happy,
Mhm.
and then some of them get off into it and realize, man, this is fun. We
Mhm.
should have been did this a long time ago, or you see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, it's
Mhm.
it's up to the individual.
So it's like, and I guess you kind of answered that. I'm just thinking like, what would be the key benefits from it? But I guess you kind of answered that. Uh, People looking for excitement. They looking
Hmm.
for fun, something that they
Hmm.
probably not getting at home. Uh, Financially, they're looking for a certain level of finances or some sort of help um, from that person, and they just go along with certain things. So I guess
So,
those would be the benefits.
well, kind of yes and no, right? Because for and don't get me wrong, for the ones that I've spoke to, for the women that I've spoke to about it, some of them it was their fantasy.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It was their fantasy, right? And again, even you know, I've it so, and I'm gonna put it out here, right?
oh
I
Lord.
went to one of those parties, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here looking and I'm tripping and I'm like, what's really going on? How this really happened? You feel me? So I step outside on the balcony. At the time I was, I was smoking, you feel me? So I step outside on the balcony and just put one of the things in the air. So old dude come out there, he was like, yo, bro, what's up? What good with you, bro? And he was like, man, let me hit that with you. I was like, no, here you go. I got one for you. You feel me? Like, yeah, you
Don't,
feel me? Like,
don't
yeah,
even play like
I got one for you, but he ain't finna hit this one though. You can hit this, you got this right here, right? So, um, I did. I said, well, man, somebody invited you too, or you here by yourself? And he was like, yeah, he was like, that my wife right there. Man, I looked over there and how they had his wife, and he was standing out there chopping it up with me like, look, we out there got to talk about sports and different like it was cool with him. And so I'm looking at how cool that he was okay with the situation. You
right.
feel me? And just like, but the lady that invited me, you know what I'm saying, man, oh, we were so cool. You feel me? So, I was just like, oh, okay. So after it was over with, I asked her, I was like, man, how you wind up off in this right here like that? And so
Yeah.
she told me, well, she said, you know who I was with. I was with them for the past 12 years. And, she said the last 3 years of their relationship, things just weren't working. And
Hmm.
so it was something that she wanted to do, something that she wanted to try. And she was like, man, I've been heads in since then.
Mm.
And so, and I asked her, I was like, well, and she told me, she said, she said, I done had to keep women husbands from calling me, you know what I'm saying? Just pulling up and stuff. I was like, y'all was getting at it like that. She was like, and this is where I learned about the word unicorn. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, I was a unicorn for two different couples. And I was like, well, what the hell that is? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, hey, I was sleeping with her and him. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed in their house. They took care of me and things like
Third
that's
wheel.
yeah, that what the unicorn is. And I was like, and
Okay, yeah,
so
that's a
then
good thing.
yeah, right. So then listen, when I found out about how people like they had the pineapples in their front yard or at their front door, like pine, I was like, shit, hey, wait a minute now. I said, Kim Orange said that was a goddamn safe word. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, if you ride by and you see somebody with a big pineapple or something like that, she was like, that's how you identify that they part of the clique
Oh,
like that. I
so
said,
there's
wait
something
a
else
minute.
you done learn something else new today,
Yeah, you
guys.
feel me?
Pine up in the
So,
front yard. Oh Lord.
yeah, man, listen,
Y'all better
man.
be having the pineapples out there in y'all front yard here.
Yeah, wait.
Whatever.
I'm gonna tell you this. It's a bank downtown, right? And I was in the bank, and this chick, I'm talking about, she tough now. She had a pineapple tattooed on her wrist, and I was like, damn. So I'm straight up in the bank. You feel? I'm all in her bed, and I get a little
Yeah.
nose. I said, "Hey, you a unicorn?" She looked
Oh,
at me
did you
and
just go right out and ask that lady that?
yeah, she was my damn teller, and then she shorted me $5. Goddamn, cause she was just so. Cause I'm
You
talking
done throw
shit
the
now.
lady off with the
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
she hit me with the eye wink. So I was like, shit, okay then. I was like, all right, that's what's up. So she said, how long you been in the? And she said, how long? She called it, how long you been in the universe? And I was like, I said, I ain't in there. I said, I'd have been to one of y'all kickbacks like that. And I said, it was exciting. It was something to see.
Yeah.
So, it was just like, but
Looking at folk with pineapples on it. Lord Jesus.
yeah,
Hey, you learn something new
I
every
didn't,
day.
I didn't know. Like, I didn't know.
Wow.
But at the same time, though, you know, some do it to keep they spice and to keep they, but me as a man, as a southern traditional gentleman, um, I'm just not with sharing my significant other. Not
Yeah.
willingly. Look, not
Not
willingly
willingly.
now. Cause
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
what? Get
Yeah.
what? Get what? Your
Yeah.
boy done got cheated on before now. I don't know no, you know what I'm saying? They got cheated on now.
And you ain't cheated
I,
back.
we ain't talking about that part. All I'm
See,
saying is
see
at
how
that
y'all
point
see
it
how y'all
became
want to be the one sided stories.
I'm
I need the
it ain't
story
one
goes.
sided.
I
I
need it to
mean,
be.
listen, with me, it became a contest at that point because I'm just saying, like, hey, if you're gonna cheat, but but
Ooh,
I'm just saying,
all good.
right, but I'm just saying, I have never willingly wanted to share my significant other because
Yeah,
to me, that's a little bit too much because
it is.
if I may explore you, you get what I'm saying. going to explore you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Certain things off limits, but like you can't allow me to explore you, and then you go over here and let John explore you too. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Now, my question is, when it comes to the fact of I've never seen. Well, I ain't gonna say I've never seen it, but I don't think I really just dove into it to
Hmm.
find out the fact of how um a gay couple will be open. You know what I'm saying? Or a gay marriage will be open that way. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
what is how
But they
what
gotta
is
be
that?
in them parties too, though. I mean, it's it's like one and the same, man. I mean, it's just
I mean,
you
because
just
now
changing
because
genders.
because here's the thing too, right? So at that party they broke down the rules, the
Mhm,
regulations, you feel me?
mhm.
The you know what I'm saying? The you know, they broke it down. It wasn't that
Just
type
go in
of
there and do what you want to do,
yeah,
and
it wasn't
yeah.
that, you know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? And
mhm.
um it wasn't the guy on guy type of situation in there. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? It wasn't
okay,
that. Like
okay.
they you know what I'm saying? Like and you do have those type of situations going on
Yeah,
from me just knowing folks that they do that, right?
yeah, yeah.
So, but at that one, it was rules, regulations. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Everybody knew that safe word, and you had folks just like that were just just there to just watch,
Just to watch, yeah.
just to
So
watch.
it's
You know
like
what I'm saying? And
watching live porn, I guess,
right, and then
basically.
you had some women, man. Shit, it was a one. She had on a whole goddamn pantsuit, like she just came from work, pantsuit, just sitting there, just enjoying herself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
and nobody was touching her or you know what I'm saying and like it wasn't that you know what I'm saying like so it don't be none of that man like it you know
I
but
mean, that is something new.
it
Um,
was it really
and
was I ain't
again,
lying.
no judgment on my end, but just make sure that they just need to make sure that they don't be doing all this what say Mr. Take that did. Like it if you got to do it that way, then you don't need to do it at all because it's people out here willingly will give you the goods and you don't even have to go through the necessary steps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to do that and forcefully make somebody do certain things. It's just not cool.
No, it's
And
not
that right there is a prime example of why he's in the situation that he's in now because he basically abused his authority.
hmm
So
I
that's
mean
unacceptable.
but here's the thing though when you really um that's just like I was looking at something and they had a little excerpt of Kim Porter book. You know what
And they
I'm
took it off the
saying?
shelf.
Right, they took it off the shelf. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You know the excerpt
I know
about
somebody
how
here that got it, but I don't know.
the excerpt when about how he kind of like put Kim out there for Pop. You know what I'm saying? So and just to want to compare their sizes. Oh, I bet you can't
Yeah,
do
I saw
better
that. Like,
than me. You
what?
know what I'm saying? Like,
What type
so
of
but it
time you on, dude? Like,
right, you know what I'm saying? So but now at this day and age, man, like I said, I, I'm strictly 100% man. You
yeah,
feel me? I love me a woman from the
yeah.
top of her head to the bottom of her feet, but they got to be done though. So at the same time, and all this, but at the same time, um, you know, you'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. Like, like, like I was on the phone call where actually I was leaving somebody's house last night, and she was telling me about somebody that me and her know. You know what I'm saying? And she was she was like, yeah, I'm gonna call her back. I was like, well, what's wrong with her? She 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 walked in on her husband with another dude.
Ooh,
You feel me? So
ooh.
I'm looking at her like I know you lying. She was like, yeah, man. I was like, no. I said, man, we've been kicking it with bro. Like we like cool than a fan. Like he did, and
That's
I was like,
crazy.
I said, what made him? She was like, Jay, I don't know. And I said,
That's crazy.
now I'm gonna say this. If you confident with who you is as a person, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
What them people doing, it ain't gonna affect you. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you know who you are as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long as they ain't pushing that off on you,
Mm-hmm.
then we cool, we good. Hey, I'll talk with you, chop it up with you, have a conversation with you, whatever. Hey, we can talk about whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
long as you ain't pushing your lifestyle and
Right.
your life off on me,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
my folks won't have to come pick me up from the counter because that's where I'm gonna be going. You
Yeah.
feel me? So,
For
but
real.
at the
Like,
same time, um, is I was like, but I was like, man, I ain't never see that in an old boy like that. Like he ain't never, you feel me? Like
it's so crazy that it's became the norm. And not to say like that is okay, period. But to men,
that'll never be normal for me.
that right there,
And don't
you
get me
know,
wrong. Don't get me wrong. You
that
feel me? Like no disrespect
yeah, I
to people
mean
that
it
I
is.
know that live their life that
Yeah,
way. Hey, we cool. We're gonna be
yeah,
100
we
all the
cool,
way.
but
No
it's
disrespect
just
to you, but that's just not my thing. You
right.
get what I'm saying? That's
Mhm,
just not how I am. That's just
mhm,
not who I am. You get what I'm
mhm.
saying? So is but how could you really
That's so dangerous though.
hmm,
Like everything else off the table right now.
man, listen,
That's dangerous. Wow.
do
But
you
okay.
know the fact of that to even move like that? You see what I'm saying? To even move around like, and then now here's the killing part about it. You got some dudes out here, man. They just like, and I'm saying to myself, so I'm talking with an old girl before I got in the car. I was like, why would he even, you know what I'm saying? She was like, Jake, and then she a beautiful girl. Like I was like,
Why he
yeah,
didn't
man,
just
like,
leave? Why didn't he just leave? Why would he?
and then get what? So now I asked her, I said, man, I wonder how long he been doing it.
Right. That's my next question. But
You've been with this girl all this time, and
that's
you
so
know what I'm
freaking.
saying? Like
That's so selfish and
that shit
dangerous.
crazy, man. That shit
Yeah. Like
crazy, man. Like,
regardless
mm-mm.
of what you do, whatever. But like,
Yeah,
please don't be out here playing them dangerous games and going back home to somebody. Yeah. I mean, do what you gotta do to protect yourself and others. Like that's so important.
yeah,
Like
man.
right
That
there.
shit is
That
that's
right
why.
there.
See, that's why I say even with that alone, right there, man. Because that's why even before it became the norm, as we say, right? I
Right.
ain't never been with just sharing my significant other or
Right.
just even
Mhm.
wanting to be in an open relationship. Cause number one, um, I act a fool by my feelings. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I get real stupid and ignorant by
I'm
my feelings.
selfish. I'm
Yeah,
selfish with my person. Like, yeah.
yeah. You can call it self, but I get real stupid and
I
ignorant
mean,
by mine. You feel me?
yeah.
Like what they used to say a couple of years. Oh, I get real active about mine. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get active
Mm-hmm.
about mine. So
Mm-hmm.
but that's when so but now when I'm on my bald head when I'm on my bald head
Yeah,
trips,
we
you know what
know.
I'm saying? See when see you,
Sorry.
but there's no problem. You ain't never on my side no way, so it ain't no
Ah,
more.
yes, I
Anyway,
am. Yes, I am.
anyway,
Yes, I
so
am.
but I'm just saying, but I've never really been um into just really wanting to share my significant other like that, man. Like and again, like I said, not willingly though. You know what I'm saying? Because I you get to the point to where you really like that person and
Mm-hmm.
you starting to try to build something with that person and then that well baby I need to talk with you. What's up, baby? Well, um, I just feel like we need to do a little bit more. What about bringing somebody else in? So then you get what? You want to bring another woman in? Or you talking about you want to go see another dude? And then get what? Me being
Yeah.
selfish with the fact of now, if you want to bring Shantae on over here, cause your homegirl got a big old dude. You feel me? Like I'm just, but now if you want to go see my man them over there, then it's over with. I'm just, I'm just saying.
But it's just like, but even in that situation, like if it's something that you feel that your partner is not giving you, then you need to sit down with them and have a conversation and say, hey, we need to try something new. We need to, do something to spice things up or whatever. But nah.
Well, I mean, I get that too. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I totally get that. But when it comes to that, you really have to like I said, it's up to you what you're willing to accept.
Yeah. And that goes for anything. Whatever you're willing to accept is what's gonna be. And they're gonna do it as long as you allow it. So that's just what it is.
Yeah, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, I learned something new today. I'm sure others learned something new today. For the ones that already know, hey, I mean, it is what it is.
I go out here asking these folk, goddamn, you a unicorn?
We're gonna be riding around looking for folks, looking around in folks' yards for pineapples. That's crazy.
Little pineapple posted on the mailbox and all that. You mean?
Lord.
Yeah. So
learn something new. My only thing is make sure that you play it safe. Don't just be out here being selfish and just being reckless with what you're doing just because you feel like that you can.
Right.
That part is not cool at all.
Right.
And if you're not happy, then go where you can be happy without including other people in that drama.
Right.
That's just how I feel about it, and that's just my opinion on that situation. But definitely learned something new today, Jay. Like what?
Man, yeah, man. Like, and then guess what? Sometimes you can't be afraid to talk to a person because they human too. You feel me? They human beings just like we are. And like I said, it is nobody that I when I have to, I can articulate my words very well. I can hold a conversation with anybody, So, but I'm just not with that open thing. Like, I ain't doing that. I don't care. Well, Uncle Shay do? Nope.
Don't even mention him with his crazy tail self.
You better go I'm gonna go get me some of them rolls. I gotta go get them, what they call, roll sparks. I'm gonna get me some roll sparks. No, they're playing.
Well, this was a good topic, and I mean, it's always good to learn something new. I mean, no matter what it is, how you look at it. And again, like I said, just make sure that people are playing it safe and not just out here being selfish, just because you feel that you can. That's not cool. But we're gonna end on that note. As always, thank y'all for joining us tonight on Everyday Conversations.
Right.
I'm your host, Martina Kennedy.
I'm your boy, Mr. J, in the play.
And as always, take care, guys. Be safe out there. Wrap it up. Y'all crazy self.